right. Welcome to Raising Funds for World Domination, day number 161. Orthoplex 64. How's it going? Whipping kids for science. Says I got you. Whipping kids for science. It's not very scientific. It's not very nice either. Okay, it's time for the daily update. So we're counting down the days till the next N13 hearing, which is in 4 days now. And the last terminal block mining game update was released a while ago. And I can update. So I finally released the extended commentary video for the law section. So that video performed, I feel like I'm on the threshold of sneezing. That video performed very poorly. It's out of the last 10 videos, it's ranked number 10. So it's the worst of the last 10 videos. Yes, it is. Scientific? I don't know. I think it's scientific kids doing the whipping. Maybe. I don't know, this, whatever way you parse it, it doesn't sound like a very good experiment. Let's see, I guess I made 4. Oh yeah, I have an update on the store, and that is that, what was the, so the, I had a listing for those regular expression stickers, and I actually just created like a new item. I was gonna just see how long it would take to sell them at $2, $4, $8. So I sold the 2 and 4, and then I have a $8 listing, and last night Google disabled all of my products. So now I checked once today. I didn't check again, but I'm pretty sure all of the product listings that were showing up under my videos have been disabled because I do not have any approved products. So I was kind of expecting, starting any kind of business or online things from scratch is so annoying. You just you do everything in the most legit way possible. And there's all these store policies and privacy policies and stuff, and they all have to match and with the estimated shipping times and stuff. So if they don't, there's all some algorithm will look at it and then be like, you violated our terms of something. So we'll have to look into that. And But I was hoping that would give more sales and also be easier. Because if I have to waste a ton of time getting this stupid thing, and then also Shopify chart, it costs $40 a month to have a Shopify store, and I've been looking into it. It actually doesn't even do what I wanted. Like, it has all these features. I have to like install third-party apps that like steal the customer data. They have this like app store system. It's yeah, the state of trying to sell stuff online is very disappointing. I think it's blocking my comments. Yeah, YouTube, so I don't have any filters for you. There's not, and I don't have any, like, my own filters on the chat. There's a small number of people I've banned from the channel, but mostly anything that's not getting through. It probably, if you, for anyone who wants to see, if you change the top from top chat to live chat, you can see all of the chats. But I haven't quite figured out the algorithm. It seems to be like, when you make jokes about conspiracy theories or things like that, that seems to be the most common thing. I think it's blocked. But yeah, if you're typing something that's not showing up on the stream, then YouTube is blocking it, so you can do whatever to get around that. What's considered approved as a product? I looked into it, and I don't know. There's a bunch of criteria. I think those like stickers. I mean, it's such a simple product, and I physically have the things, so I'll probably have to like submit a ban appeal thing on it or something. And I don't know. Maybe it might be like when you set up the Shopify store, you have to set like business contact information and privacy policies and shipping policies and return policies and stuff, and then you also have to set all of that up again in the Google Merchant Center thing, so there might be something that's off there. Just blocking me making an ethics joke. Yeah, it doesn't like jokes. I guess I don't know. It depends what the joke is. I think there's a small number of... I keep it on because I do need some moderation, like when people just spam swear words and stuff. Although it has happened that people get through. Sometimes people will just spam stuff, and then they'll spam your political comments sometimes, or they'll censor your political comments sometimes, but actual spam, they'll let that through. Oh yeah, and of the 2 physical products that I sold so far, I printed out some labels so I can get those shipped. And I was actually by the post office today, so I asked them about the strike situation, and I guess I can submit them to the mail, but then they won't actually start like sending it through the mail system until the strike is over. So I guess there's no hurry to get them in the mail system. The previous strike they had lasted like 1 month, and it was also the previous strike was in the worst possible time of year. It was like the Christmas holiday, which was like the one possible savior for small businesses, and then they went on strike and a bunch of people got wiped out. Humor's not allowed. Nope. What is your shop? I should probably even write that here. Yeah, that's the URL right there. Shopify.ro. ROBERTELDR.org. Put it in your bio or something. Yeah, I guess I had I kind of like manually. I had another one at store.robertelder.org, which is still up. Maybe I should even just stick to that one, because Shopify. I mean, it's annoying because if I don't, I'm going to be losing money on having the store on like the most basic possible thing, unless it gets $40 worth of sales per month. And I don't know, the click-through rate. I had no idea what I'd get from having it up. I kind of thought the conversion rate might be higher, but it might even, I guess I might not even still. I have like, what is it, 500,000? Yeah, the views are down now. It's 500,000 views a month. So surely I would expect that I'd get some sales, but I guess it's also, people probably like need to, before people buy, people usually check out a store a bunch of times, and I don't have many products. Yeah, I don't know. In the meantime, I gotta, with my bio, I have a link to the other store. Really can't find anything. Like to get to it. Oh, you mean on like the YouTube channel? Yeah, at the moment, there's actually zero way to get there. The reason I went with Shopify is because there's a feature in YouTube where you can like set up a shop. So under all of your videos, it puts like ads with the item there, and then like selects the best item and like does automatic click-through stuff. But my products got banned because I was trying to sell regular expression stickers. And Google doesn't like that, so they shut it down. But it's probably just some, I don't know, stupid policy violation, or I mean, some of these things they'll just get banned for no reason. Like when I was using Facebook a bit more, they kept coming up and spamming me, saying like, you should try Facebook Shop. Facebook Shop is amazing. You can sell all this stuff. And I thought, maybe this is a good way. Okay, and if I can like use their ad platform with it and stuff, and so I tried it out, and I set up my regular expression stickers product for $20. You know, $20 for a pack of stickers, and they're like instantly banned. They're like, we don't think this product is a good fit for Facebook. So yeah, it's basically a borderline criminal activity, trying to sell stickers. Yeah, currently I do have like a link to merch. It's basically like my other store. It's a manually created store with some like hard-coded Stripe links, so it's not Shopify at all. But Shopify is necessary because it can link to like the automatic listings that show up under YouTube videos, and I thought that'll get like way more clicks. So I have a link to my like smaller shop in a lot of my videos, but nobody ever clicks that link. I think I've had like one sale this entire year from that. I mean, I also don't have many products, but then if I only made one sale a year with like, you know, having several things, like one of the products is the portraits. I have some prints of those of the portraits that show up in my videos that are on the wall, and a few people have said like, wow, I like those, where can I buy them? And then I'll say, you can buy them here, and then nobody buys them. So I try to only invest. I don't want to like invest a ton of time into it and then find out that no one will buy anything. So we'll continue tonight working on the block mining simulation game. Alright, next we'll fix some of the navigation around moving through the list items. Gotta go to bed for school. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Nice, that actually works. Dolan Merville says, "Hi, Robert. How's it going?" It goes. Excellent. That's good news. Alvin Joseph says, "Hey, how's your day? Not too bad. Making a little bit of progress. What did I do today? Oh yeah, released the video on law extended commentary. It's actually took a bit of work. It was quite a bit of work to make that video. It's out of the last 10 videos, it's a 10 out of 10, which means it's like on the bottom of all the videos. But then again, it's also I guess it is kind of different than Linux commands, but I think it's it's useful knowledge that adds to my portfolio of stuff. I guess most of my videos are all Linux. I don't have that many videos on like the business end of things, but I guess I just need to get more business related videos out into the pool, and that'll having a larger number of videos of a similar topic helps them perform. Awesome. I'm gonna watch that. Went to school for business recently. Took a business software class in my last semester. Learned C#, but I heard it's very, very similar to Java. Business software class. Okay, so your major is business, and you did just like one class on software. I guess that would kind of make sense. Normally everyone who comes in to chat is like pure Linux people, but I guess the YouTube algorithm will finds builds your audience around what you put content at as. So I'm probably, the YouTube algorithm is probably struggling to find like what's the intersection of people who are interested in making their own business and also Linux. But I think that's a good audience to have. took it as an elective. Really enjoyed it. It was tough, but very intuitive. Definitely gonna try it. Do some app dev. Yeah, I think, honestly, with the way the world is going with financialization and stuff, if you already have like momentum and skill in business, the place where the real money is in like being a businessman, and then you hire a ton of devs, and you just squeeze as much work out of them as possible, rather than actually being the person doing the work. Can you derive from iDisposable? Do a proper disposal pattern? Can you derive from iDisposable? Is that a joke about business, or is that a... Actually, I don't really understand the reference. Evening, Robert. Great video today. Yeah, there's probably not a lot of my audience who would appreciate that, but I guess you of all people would probably relate more than most. I guess honestly, I haven't really searched a lot, but there isn't a whole lot of, like, not many people actually go to court and like learn all this stuff, and it was quite a bit of work to learn, to go through like figuring out process servers and stuff for the first time. Like, I had actually never heard of a process server until I had to hire one. Got a job fair tomorrow. They are from my university CS majors. Any tips? I'll print my resume and dress sharp. I guess if you're at a university where like they actually scout to hire people, then that's already a pretty huge win. I guess one question is, do you have any like friend groups or social groups who are also kind of interviewing for those jobs? Because a pretty common thing would, back when I was doing all that stuff, I remember I used to talk after interviews. We would come back and like talk about the interview and stuff, and then oftentimes people would share the questions. So people would say like, so what did they ask you? They asked a question about this binary search tree deletion or whatever. And then, so if you can get those tips, like that is if you can know what question they're going to ask, if you can do some intelligence gathering, that's one perspective, which you could argue is cheating, but I mean, if they can ask you anything they want, they don't have to reuse the same question. Um, I guess the other thing would be like if you can figure out stuff about who is interviewing you. Learn about if it's just like an HR screening interview, or if it's like if there's a specific manager, and like if it's a manager of a certain team at a certain company, if you can just Google that person, like read about the person, like what when that person was in school, what do you think they probably studied? Are they like a graph theory person? Are they all about elite code? Or what is the temperature? The temperature is 1. Dukeyop Bias says it's Roberto. Our bot is back. Yeah, he always asks what temperature it is. That's kind of him. So now we know he's a bot because he always asks what the temperature is. Was testing Alwyn. iDisposable is a Bear class in C#. Recognized by the .NET runtime for disposable objects. And unmanaged native members. Interesting. I've never done any C# at all. My code isn't working. Or is it? Maybe. guess the Java analog or equivalent is auto-closable. Disposable objects with managed and unmanaged native members. Interesting. That's new to me. I've never looked at auto closable. Honestly, I've been using Java for years now, and there's a lot of stuff to learn. I'm like learning C. It was way more possible to learn, to get like pretty confident that, I'd seen most of the niche C features. I guess with C it's mostly with syntax, but with Java there's just so much to the different APIs, and my list is working pretty good. Okay, 0 to 10. 11 to 21. 22 to 32. Now what happens if I add another one, or another 2? Errors, and more errors. In what context? Oh, with the game? All right, let's see if there's more errors. Nice, that's a mighty fine dynamic list. Let's say I have an object in Java that calls a native C function and gets a pointer when initialized. But when you want to guarantee that the object falls out of scope, then it frees a pointer. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's I guess I consider that kind of advanced. To make my J and I library, I did like the bare minimum just to get that working. There's I think there's, from what I remember seeing, there's a lot to that. I had to kind of struggle to find some examples to follow. But there's a whole set of conventions and lots of stuff I could learn that I forgot about. Looks like auto closable in Java. Does it? Not sure if it's the same. Yeah, it's a bit out of my expertise. That should be down actually. All right. Looks good. Can can UI elements tell our containers about desired size, or is it all top down? That's a good question. I haven't 100% decided that. I've had kind of a vision for how it should work, where it should be simple. Because I wanted to be like generic and reusable for like multiple different things. So like on the side here, like this just needs to be like what I'm kind of making it overkill for the recipe list. Like this could literally just be a list of recipes, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you press up and down. And then I could leave the inventory the same, but I think this will it'll just improve the graphics. It'll improve the look of it and understandability. If like this has the inventory is powered by a kind of generic scrollable listing, and I also need it too because this stuff is completely cut off. So yeah, I think for like the simple lists and actually even the help menu, I have issues with this. I might even use the same data structure for this, or UI structure. Like if I do move split, and there's something like 1 million of them in here. Oh, actually, I forgot about something. I also was thinking of adding an option for like a scroll bar on the side, so you can see like what the percent progress is. But yeah, to answer your question, I might have something like a min size or something. But it will be, yeah, but whether containers, yeah, I may have to specify like a min size or something. But then I guess it'll have to be the same for all of them. But I do think yeah, I'll probably make it so so it kind of like has a default auto sizing that's based on, like, if there's more space, it'll distribute some to fit more items on the screen. So maybe like half of the extra, there's some part of it is dedicated to more items on screen, and then another part is dedicated to making the individual items wider. Because like this right now is taking up there's like only one space before that, so it's almost smushed. But if I do this, now it's dynamically even right now it just dynamically resizes itself. I think I have some issues where if it resizes, then it doesn't update well. Yeah, I guess for the adjacent list, what it does is when I create the list, I specify a fixed number. This is the way it works right now. I specify a fixed number, and that fixed number determines how many columns there are, columns or rows, depending on the orientation. So if I can do, oh boy. It's pretty slow. Actually, yeah, the rendering is really, really slow at that resolution. that's bugged because I haven't finished this orientation. Yeah, it's pretty decent. And Control 0 to get back to normal. All right, up and down seems to work. The left direction works. So next will be going right, which is currently not correct. So the implementation for right is basically the same as it is for down. Yeah, down in the vertical orientation is the same as moving right. In the horizontal orientation. All right, I think that's doing it. Look at that! Won't that look super awesome? With item list, so you can have a list of 500 items. You can scroll right through it. What should be the next step? I guess I should probably clear that uninitialized space on the side. So that's an item to do. And then I should also add a scroll bar. Yeah, I guess that'll be the next two pieces of work to do. And then once that's done, I guess I can work on dynamic sizing. Make some improvements there. Yeah, I guess there's a bug where it's not it's not reinitializing the max number of elements. Convert to web application, deployable JavaScript, so I can play it anytime, any space across the web, please. Yeah, that actually is in my kind of original vision. Actually, I worked on like a JavaScript front end for it this first, but then I decided it makes more sense to focus on the command line aspect to kind of give a like a unique way to advertise it. I don't know. It's in Java. There might be a way to cross-compile it. I mean, maybe that would be one advantage of AI. Maybe it would be simple to convert a lot of it, because that's one of the properties of doing all this work to display something in a really constrained environment with text. Because if the display is just text, if you can run the application underneath unchanged, if you can run Java, if you can run the jar file on the web, but it's kind of funny, that was the original vision behind Java, and now that's like not supported at all. But I don't know, I wonder if there's got to be some like resurgence of I mean, theoretically, if humanity makes progress, it should be easier today to run a jar file unmodified in a web browser when you could do it like 25 years ago. Node.js? It's possible. That would require like a lot of rewriting. Visions can be resurrected. It's true. All right, I think I'll leave things there for tonight. I'll probably do shorter streams for the next few days until the next N13 merits hearing is over. But I'll just make I guess tomorrow I'll work on the rendering over the uninitialized area, and maybe a scroll bar. All right, talk to you later, guys. Have a good night.